Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews, doing another beer that I got on 𝓑𝓻𝓲 and a sequel of sorts, I guess you could say. This is another one from Elder Pine Brewing and Blending, MoonScribe Volume 2, Solera-aged Belgian Blond Ale. Has the malts and hops on there, 6.6 ABV. Doesn't really say much about it on the can. In fact, I looked up on their website and didn't really say much about it. In fact, I think it had the exact same description as the last one. So this might be like literally the same brew, just the second batch of it or whatever. Which, if that turns out to be true, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. Anyway, fancy beer, poured in the fancy glass, and yep, that is a blonde, all right. Kind of a honey gold, hazy, not hazy IPA hazy, but definitely pretty hazy. I did pour to a large white foam, but it has mostly dissipated. That's okay. I need the room for my nose. Okay, so this one smells very like Belgian-y. This kind of reminds me of like 𝓑𝓮𝓮𝓻𝓲𝓷 or I was gonna say 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓲𝓸, but that's a triple, not a Belgian blonde. But it has like that kind of fruity pebbles kind of aroma. Definitely like this clean, fresh, citrusy scent. It could be from the Riwaka hops, which is also the hops that they use on the Volume 1. Because I figured if they were going to do a Volume 2, they would have switched up the hops or something. But yeah, just lovely fruity scents, citrusy, cereal, a little bit of banana maybe. Yeah, I don't get any woodiness on here, but I didn't get it on the last one either. Maybe I'll get it in the taste. Cheers. Yeah, it's funny. I like just watched my review of the Volume 1, and this one already right off the rip, I can tell like this is slightly different, even though as far as I can tell, the recipe was the same. Same hops, same malts. That Riwaka hop is, like one of the must-have hops of the moment. A lot of breweries are using it in hazy IPAs. Actually, a lot of breweries are using it in like wild ales too. But at the same time, there is a little bit of a spicy Belgian-y kind of thing going on there. I wouldn't call it clove. I know it's so cliche to say, banana and clove, although it is what you get a lot of German and Belgian yeast strains. Maybe even a little bit more peppercorn, like white peppercorn or pink. Yeah. It's not that this one is bitter. It's just that it's like zippy and phenolic. I checked Elder Pine's website and they said it was only 35 IBUs, which I can believe that. It's not, like I said, it's not super bitter. It's just like I think like the yeast strain is doing a lot of the balance on this one. Although the Riwaka hops obviously are adding a lot of. I think the Riwaka hops are here more for like flavor than bitterness. Yeah, this is almost like a Belgian IPA, but not quite because like the bitterness is so much lower. Love the crackery Belgian malt base. Like it's probably Pilsner. Actually, it says right here, Pilsner spelt honey malt. So I think like that spelt is probably what's giving it like kind of like this peppery or just like this kind of crackery, almost like I don't say gritty, but there's definitely like a noticeable off or not off, just like a unique character to the malt here. I don't know. It has like a lot of flavor, but the body's like not too intense. As with a lot of Belgian beers, I mean like I probably put the body at like at least medium. I don't think like maybe a little over medium, but the carbonation I probably put it like high because it has like that, just that spritzy kind of quality. But I think it's like the yeast and like Belgian yeast and high carbonation just go hand in hand. So it's like this almost like scrubbing sensation on your tongue or dancing on your tongue, as I used to say. I mean, it is only 6.6, so it's not like super strong. Yeah, I like this one. I think I like this better than Volume 1. So it's pretty rare that the sequel is better than the original. But before I get to the score, gotta plug 𝓑𝓻𝓲𝓷. This was $7 on there. $6.99 if we really want to be technical. So scan that QR code or go in the description or pin comment and use my 6-digit code, and that'll get you $10 off your first purchase with 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓻𝓲𝓷. Been using that for, I don't know, before COVID. All right, so my score for the MoonScribe Volume 2. I definitely like this one better than the first one. I'm going to go kind of high on this one. I'm going to go 8.5. Kind of, like I said, I keep bringing up 𝓑𝓮𝓮𝓻𝓮𝓲. This is comparable to that. And I would, like, obviously we can't get this in stores here, but I wonder how much this would cost in stores in Maryland or, somewhere on Northeast up there. Because if it was fairly cheap, I would buy this all the time. All right. I'm rambling. If you watch all the way at the end, you're awesome. I don't have to tell you. I'll see you guys for Cider Saturday. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.